Hokey Religion is an ancient weapon.
Welcome to Hokey Religion, the Star Wars podcast. This is Tyler.
This is Michael.
Let's talk about Star Wars.
Hokey Religion is an ancient weapon for no match for a good blaster at your side.
Hey, everybody. Hello.
So, big deal since last time we recorded.
Yes, we are right about everything we've said so far.
That's it. The end. No, okay, but seriously. So, first off, I don't know why we keep saying we're not going to get anything else out of The Force Awakens before the movie comes out in
Every
about a
episode, we end it saying,
That's probably all we're going to have to talk about. But now we have a international trailer and a TV spot.
Yay.
Which, as far as I'm concerned, confirms everything we've been saying.
I can't tell if it's the fact that we're just getting new stuff that's so exciting, or if it's actual things that confirm our theories that's so exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe both.
So yeah, the first thing was the other day, which was this past weekend, the weekend of November 7th.
Yeah.
We're recording this one a little bit early, but the international trailer was released out of nowhere with no fanfare or announcement. It just showed up on YouTube from Disney. What was it? Disney Japan.
Yeah.
It was on Disney Japan's
It was
YouTube account.
It was specifically a Japanese trailer. I don't
It
know.
has Japanese subtitles on it, but language in English.
Yeah, I don't know if that's anywhere. I don't think that was the trailer for any other. I don't know. It was
They
released
called
on
it
there.
Everyone was calling it the international trailer, I guess, just because it wasn't from the U.S. But
I guess.
I don't know if any other countries. I mean, I guess it's only important because it is a different trailer than what we have.
Yeah, which was weird, but whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not complaining.
If they want to give us more information, that's great. So there was some of the same dialogue in it, but there was also some new dialogue.
Yep.
So we'll just jump right into, kind of like we did with our last trailer episode. This time we're not going to play the audio because you've all seen it, and it's not as important as the first one.
Right.
But a few things. The international trailer focuses heavily on Rey.
Yep.
So obviously, definitely the main character of the movie, as Kathleen Kennedy and the poster already confirmed.
Yeah.
But it starts out with her, that shot of her almost inside of a Star Destroyer engine.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Where we see her spelunking in the first trailer.
Yeah.
But some of the dialogue before we hop into the pictures, which of course the link is going to be in the description of this episode for our gallery of photos that we're going to be talking about, so feel free to look along there. But so we've got Rey finding BB-8, where she's asking, "Where did you come from?"
Which is really interesting.
BB-8 is on Jakku, and she finds him, or he finds her.
At first I thought maybe he came in with Finn on that crashed tie, but I don't know. I mean, you can't really tell where he came from.
What did I tell you?
He could be, yeah. I mean, he could have been stowed away on the Star Destroyer that she was taking a look at, or in that wreckage.
Poe
whatever.
left BB-8 behind. BB-8 probably has the saber. That part I'm not as sure about, but Poe left BB-8 behind on Jakku when he got captured.
Yeah, it's possible.
When Rey says, "Where did you come from?" or where do you come from? You'll see on the ground is that that net, which we kind of saw that Tito had when you see that shot with Tito and BB-8, like BB-8's like captured in a net.
Oh, right.
Not in this trailer, but in prior stuff we've seen. So I'm guessing that's probably near or after that shot. Maybe after
I wonder
Tito
if
leaves.
Was that beast, that Lego beast? Was that
Tito.
that Rey's?
No, that's Tito.
It was Tito's.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wonder if Tito found BB-8 and she rescued him or traded him or something.
I think her and Tito Tito's on the poster. So Tito is at least close with Rey.
Oh, that guy. I was thinking of someone else for some reason.
No, the little guy.
Yeah, okay.
So he and Rey are probably close in some form or another.
Yeah, maybe co-scavengers.
Something. But another shot is she's walking with BB-8 and, she says, "I know all about waiting," and BB-8 burbles questioningly at her. And
he's so adorable.
He is. And this is the most we've heard from BB-8. We've maybe got a couple beeps before, and since even the first stuff we've seen, his voice changed a little bit until now. This is definitely the post-production version of his voice.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Because even the very first teaser we had, that really short teaser,
yeah,
his voice has changed since then.
Well, at D23, he it was either that or Comic-Con. He had no, it was D23 where they showed him off for the first time.
Yeah, on stage.
Yeah, he had that voice.
It's changed. Well, in the videos we've seen, his voice has changed.
Oh, the footage. Yeah.
Since the very first teaser we saw, his voice is a little bit different.
A little bit, yeah.
But he, she says, "I know all about waiting." He basically questions what she said, and she said, "For my family."
Yes.
So, whatever that means. We'll just go ahead and get through the dialogue of the trailer and then talk about some of it. So, and then we see Rey talking to Finn, which looks to be on the Millennium Falcon, saying, "I don't know your name," and he introduces himself as Finn, which I also find this interesting. And she responds with, "I'm Rey." And then we get who I believe is Maz Kanata again, at the end, saying, "Hope is not lost today, it is found." Mm-hmm. And it's saying that as it shows Rey crying in the snow over that body on the ground. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is, it's confirmed she's the New Hope. She's the Luke Skywalker of the film.
Oh, definitely.
She's the new Jedi.
Yeah.
She's the hope that
the Force is awakening in her.
Now, this was pretty good getting that information, even seeing, like the hope, basically saying that Rey is the New Hope type thing. Well, then we get a TV spot out of nowhere on Twitter from Disney and Star Wars, which is about 30 seconds long, super short, but has some really great shots in it. Photos are also in that link in the description. But this one is mainly Maz talking again, and it's a really interesting line that could have so much meaning. But she's saying, "I've lived long enough to see the same eyes in different people. I see your eyes. I know your eyes."
Pretty cool. It gives you chills. It gave me chills when I first.
Definitely gave me chills. Which, I mean, we don't know who she's saying that to, but assuming it's Rey.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, Rey's the whole focus of the TV spot.
So there's between the thing of Rey saying she's waiting for her family, and the stuff of saying she's the New Hope, and the stuff of Maz saying I've seen those eyes before type thing. Yeah, there's a couple ways. There's a couple ways to go with that. One, waiting for her family. Is she waiting for the Solos to come back and get her for some? She's been there for some reason. Is she a Solo? Or maybe I still don't want her. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I like the idea of her being nobody, and I kind of want her waiting for her family. Maybe her family, she was orphaned, or her family left for some reason, and they're probably dead. But there's always the hope they're still out there and alive. Yeah, and she's waiting for them to come back.
Maybe.
Or maybe she was dumped off on this planet, or not dumped off, but maybe, if Han and Leia are her parents, she was left on Jakku with somebody there for maybe Force training or something. She was there for some reason. Maybe she's in hiding because something happened to Luke's academy that she was in, and she's there hiding so no one kills her.
I think that's kind of a stretch.
I mean, it is, but if Kylo's hunting down the Jedi and she's one of them, maybe they have to put her in hiding so no one can find her. And she's just waiting for waiting to be able to come back to her reality.
That kind of makes sense if she was a Solo, if she had the connection to that family. Yeah. But yeah, I think I like the idea of her being hidden, kind of like how Luke was. Yeah.
Hidden with the family on the desert planet so that no one finds him.
Yeah. I like that idea.
I mean, there's so many similarities between her and Luke that they keep just setting up for us. So that's one possibility. Or again, it's just that she's nobody and she's waiting for her family that disappeared when she was young, killed when she was young, or maybe went off to help fight in some battle when she was young. And she's just waiting for them to come back.
Yeah. What do you think about? So we haven't seen Luke. I'm just now thinking of this, so it's completely not vetted or anything. So I'm just blabbing. What do you think about? We haven't seen Luke at all.
We won't for a long time.
Okay, but what do you think about, we've been told basically if we see Luke, it's going to give away something big about the movie.
Maybe.
What do you think about him being a hermit on Jakku, watching over her? And the only shots of him are on Jakku, maybe? Or, I don't know.
Maybe at some point he was on Jakku?
I'm trying to think of a way where something to confirm what Luke has been up to.
What he's doing.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think about why can't we see him? What's so... Well, we talked about this last episode, I guess. We've got to...
I don't know, but I mean, at the same time, we know
we've got to figure this out.
We know he's filming on that little island in Scotland or wherever it was.
Yeah.
And I really think that's where he's hiding, but I mean, even that shot with supposedly his hand on R2 looks to be deserty.
Yeah.
So maybe he was there at some point training her and he had to leave and go hide.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think about what is he up to? What does he look like? Like what environment is he in that would give away that much of the movie if we were to see that or just see him, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't really make...
I don't know. The connections between Luke and Rey here were what made me think about that.
Yeah,
but
yeah, they're just setting it up
anyway.
So strongly. The similarities between A New Hope and Luke, and now Force Awakens and Rey.
Yeah,
they're so similar. And then even her saying, "I've seen those eyes. I know your eyes." Is that because she sees the relation Rey has with whoever she's related to?
Yeah,
is she related to a Skywalker through Leia?
Yeah. Or
is it just because Maz sees the New Hope? She sees like, oh, you're the New Hope for everyone. You're the new Jedi. You're the next big thing that's gonna save us all.
Yeah.
So there's really both ways, and JJ knows that this is so open to interpretation in both directions that it doesn't confirm anything either way.
Yeah.
Other than confirming that she's the main character of the film, and she's probably the new Force sensitive person.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point.
Yeah.
It's something we were talking about this earlier in the week that, we've seen all these shots of Finn everywhere with the saber, but he's never been like the focus of anything.
No, I mean,
Rey has always
see him
been
with the saber standing in the the snowy woods.
Right.
You see him.
I mean, that's really besides the just not pickup shots, but shots of him with Rey and
shots of him with the Resistance on the Resistance base,
right, and the Resistance stuff, and then the saber stuff. So it's like these.
He's an important character, but he's not really been focused on.
Right. It's very like he's not being focused on, very kind of supporting character kind of stuff. So I think Rey is definitely the one that's awakened, the central character of the movie that's gonna be the focus for the next main trilogy.
Yeah, and even in the TV spot, speaking of Finn and Rey, even in the TV spot, I don't know if this has been in a video before. I couldn't remember, but when Finn is on the ground in the sand and Rey says "Follow me" and like holds out her hand, like help him up. Yeah, I'm not sure if that line has been in anything before. I couldn't remember, but obviously that's when I'm assuming that's when they meet. She's helping him out, helping him run from whatever he's on the ground from, being attacked by whoever. Probably First Order coming down to get him.
Probably, yeah. I wonder if he just kind of stumbles into her town and she just, sees what's going on and there's some attack going on, and helps him, because she definitely seems to be that, that person that's willing to help out anyone that's in trouble type thing. Yeah. Yeah. But at the same time, that leads back to early on, we were talking about, how did they end up on the Falcon? And I was saying how at some point I think they're running and they stumble upon it in maybe a hangar or something because for whatever reason it's there, and that's when they're flying through the Star Destroyer, the Star Destroyer and everything. So obviously she helps them up. They run off. They find the ship. They fly around. Well, this is something we've talked about.
Those ties, land back down, then run into Han and Chewie, and that's when. I don't know.
Well, yeah, this is something we've talked about. What's the Falcon, and Han and Chewie for that matter? What are they doing on Jakku?
Yeah, why would it be there in the first place?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and if we go way back to the first teaser, there was that Han saying, "Hey Chewie, we're home."
Yeah. What does that even?
Is that in regards to the Falcon, like we've talked about, or is that something else?
Yeah.
So are they, right, so going back to this, are they in the Falcon doing all that stuff, and then they go and find Han and Chewie? Or Han and Chewie here?
Yeah.
There's just so many questions.
Yeah, there are. So, I mean, the dialogue itself leads so many questions, and like I said, JJ's making sure that it's not confirming as much as we want it to, but all the stuff about Rey can be so open to, is she a Solo, is she not, or is she just somebody that's important?
Right, in that regard, yeah. But I think we've always said, Rey is the Jedi. She's the one that's Force sensitive in this movie, not Finn.
But it's such a tease. Like everything we get about Rey is such a tease that could be taken as she is related to someone we know, or she is just totally not.
Yeah.
but everything is just like walking that line of what does that even mean?
Right.
Is she not? And how do we even know? It makes me so mad, but I like that they're doing such a good job at not just giving us everything.
Yeah. Although at this point, I'm approaching the point where I don't really want to see anymore.
You don't want any more trailers.
No.
You just want to wait the month and go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as much as I want to know this stuff beforehand, I want to go in there and be completely blown away, which I'm sure I would be.
We're going to be no matter what.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right. I'm sure I would be, but still, I'm getting to that point where like, okay, I need to,
I need to
not spoil anything else for myself.
I mean, I'm almost at that point. I mean, maybe just images would be fine at this point, but any more video, I don't know how much I can handle. Maybe video, dialogue. I can't. Everything means too much to me.
So any other trailers or TV spots that are going to release, we're just going to watch them on mute. Basically,
just watch them on mute through our fingers. That way we see some of it, but not enough.
I don't want to see it. I kind of want to.
Yeah. So I mean, the dialogue itself is pretty important.
Yeah.
But all the new shots we got in both of the TV spot and the international trailer, there is some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
There's some really good stuff.
Something else I want to talk about in the international trailer, Kylo, and I can't remember if this was in the trailer before or not, but when Kylo's talking to his little pumpkin head Vader mask.
The melty Vader?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says, I will fulfill our destiny.
Yes.
Which I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, and then that goes into the line that we got from the last trailer, which was, I will finish what you started. Right.
And we've already talked about how that is probably just, with the obsession that he has with Vader and how Vader was out to exterminate the Jedi, that's now his mission.
Yeah. And really no one other than Luke knows that Vader turned at the last second before dying.
Yes.
Other than sharing that probably with the people that were close to him. But
Right.
as far as the universe goes as a total, that probably wasn't put out there, especially because after the Empire fell, there was so much propaganda about the Emperor and Vader.
Yeah.
Like they were even faking, they weren't even saying that the Emperor was dead at that point. They were just, they weren't even announcing that they were trying to keep up that he was still alive, but elsewhere.
Right.
Like, don't worry about it type thing.
Right.
So how much people actually know about what happened to Vader and that he actually went good at the end is probably not very well known to really anyone other than Luke and people close to the rebellion.
I mean, yeah, a couple of things there. So right after the Death Star was blown up, the second Death Star, it was even a rumor, or just a rumor inside the Empire itself that the Emperor was dead.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't even, that was all propaganda, was going out about that he was still alive and blah, blah, blah. So even within the Empire, that was kind of a myth kind of thing. And the Emperor was really only the only person who knew who Vader really was.
Yeah.
I mean, not even Tarkin, in the book Tarkin, he didn't even know.
He suspected.
Yeah. Well, obviously, because there
was no way to confirm it.
He was a really intelligent guy, so he could, kind of figure it out. And he served with Anakin, back in the day. But yeah, Tarkin, someone that close to the, top brass of the Empire, didn't even know who Vader was. So Vader was this icon, this like myth, this god basically to everybody, that all these years later, all the truth has kind of just faded away. So
I mean, you've got
someone like Kylo comes along and has had, grown up with this myth his whole life.
Yeah, because you've got the Empire, because, in the Shattered Empire, in the Aftermath, but, naming a bunch of books, but they're actual things, other words too. They're not just the names of books, but
Star Wars, Lando.
in the Aftermath of the Empire getting shattered, there was, I think this was mentioned in the book Aftermath actually, but so there was so much propaganda with it from the Empire about what happened with the Emperor and Vader, and then everything coming from the rebellion was just as much propaganda. People, they were basically saying, "Oh, what the rebellion is saying is propaganda too. Like Vader's not dead, the Emperor's not dead."
Yeah.
So even if they were saying that, oh, that's Luke and Leia's dad, like no one's gonna really know who to believe on either point.
Which I mean, the only people who know that at that point are what, Han, Leia, and Luke.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
Unless they told someone else, but
maybe
I doubt it.
I don't know. I don't know what importance it would have to share that with other people.
Right.
because they might get, I don't know, blamed or
Well,
thought to
I
be
mean,
evil at some point.
Even let me think about it. I don't think Han even. I mean, Leia maybe would have told Han at some point, but
I mean, it would have been shared, I'm sure.
about Vader being Leia's dad.
I would think so. It would have to be known at some point by probably most of the top people in the rebellion.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's possible, I guess. Yeah.
But like you were saying, Kylo saying, "I will fulfill our destiny."
Yeah. So I can't figure out if that's
Familial.
exactly.
Yeah.
Is there a relationship there?
Somehow is he a related Skywalker, and
Yeah.
he doesn't think what Luke was doing was the right thing to do.
Right.
It should be, the dark side, and Kylo thinks he's doing the right thing.
Right.
Which, again, if you go back to Jason and Jaina, Jason went dark, and he believed he was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
He thought he was doing the right thing, and the
Exactly.
correlation between Jason and Kylo is really close, starting to look like it. Between, he was a Skywalker, Solo, and
Skywalker blood.
yeah, Skywalker
Basically,
blood,
yeah.
but obviously Solo born. But he was trained as a Jedi. He went to the dark side and fully believed what he was doing was the right thing the entire time,
Yeah.
and then sought to help wipe out and help fight against the Jedi.
Yeah.
So maybe that's is Kylo basically just the reskin of Jason in a way more badass form.
I don't know if they would rip off not rip off, but I don't know if they would use the exact same path.
No.
But there are a lot of similarities. Yeah.
But just the idea of, because the EU is so big and there's so much that people liked from it, and I think they're going to be pulling some from it anyways, and it's hard not to. But that was a good idea. That was a good idea that was had with Jason.
Right.
So I keep seeing more and more similarities of Kylo if he is a Skywalker Solo. That similarity with Jason, with totally believing what he's doing is the right thing. He went and joined this evil force of the Knights of Ren and the First Order and whoever Snoke is, and he totally believes what he's doing the right thing. He wants to finish his family's destiny of, being evil.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Yeah.
Or is it just our destiny of, I'm a, quote,
I'm obsessed with you
I'm a
and
Sith / bad guy that we as a people should have taken out the Jedi, and I'm going to finish it for you.
Right. Is it like the mission statement of like a zealot who is just making Vader's mission his mission? Yeah, I don't know.
Again, another line of dialogue.
Interesting
that
choice
could
of
go
words, though.
Both ways.
Yeah.
It's so walking the line of is he, isn't he? Just like with Rey.
Yeah.
Which
did he say our destiny in? Did he say that line in the trailer before this one, the international?
I don't believe so. I believe he said, "I will finish what you started." I think that's all the line we got.
All right. If only there was some way to know.
No, never. There will never be a way to know, Michael. We talk about this pretty often, and there's really no way to hear these recordings.
No,
as far as I'm aware.
I don't think so. No.
And if there were, I wouldn't.
I mean, you delete them right after we're done, right?
Oh yeah, this is just purely for.
Oh, good.
For a waste of time.
I can't imagine if this went out.
This is just a waste of time for everyone.
Can't imagine if this went out on the internet.
Oh gosh,
it'd be so embarrassing.
The things people would say on iTunes if they reviewed us.
We're not getting reviews, so obviously it's not going out.
So obviously that's just a fake page, a screenshot. Like I Photoshop this thing and send it to you and be like, "Hey, look, the new episode's up." And you're like, "Oh, cool." And I'm like, "Oh, good."
New episode of what?
He still believes it. His doctor told me this would be good for him.
Don't talk about my medical problems.
Sorry.
On the show.
So the podcast that's totally real will continue on now, and we talked about the dialogue, and I mentioned we have the photos, which are linked in the description, but we're going to go through them kind of like we did with the last trailer.
Yes, visual stuff.
Yay, visual things. Perfect. For a audio medium.
Let's not say anything and just look at them in reverence.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, this one's even better. Oh my gosh. No. So we'll just go through.
No, that was a good bit.
Yeah, it was. For a short time. People start dropping off. So starting out, like I mentioned, we have the shot.
Listening.
We have the shot of Rey standing what looks to be in the engine from that downed Star Destroyer.
Yeah, I wonder if that's is Executor the class, the Super Star Destroyer?
The Super Star.
Is that is that Executor class, or was Executor the name of Vader? I should know that.
I should. Ugh. Now you've confused me.
Anyway,
so she's standing
it looks
there.
like if you have you seen any of the screenshots from Battlefront? or any of the
Yes.
like concept art or
Yeah.
promotional art, there's a shot of a Super Star Destroyer crashing,
Crashing.
in the background. So
Which
it's on
that's
Jakku.
in the book that I can't remember now because I'm dumb. There's one of the new books in like the Journey to Force Awakens,
Yeah.
which has a crashing Star Destroyer on the front of it, which is supposedly the one that
A
crashed.
Super Star
Jakku.
Destroyer class? Okay.
It's can't remember the name, but it's about two siblings. One goes with the First Order, one goes with the New Republic.
Oh, interesting.
And on the cover is, I think it's called Lost Stars, if I remember correctly now. There's a
Okay.
crashing Star Destroyer on the cover, which is supposedly the Star Destroyer that crashes into Jakku.
Oh, sweet.
It's a young adult fiction book, probably a fairly easy read.
Okay.
But
Anyway, this looks like
yeah, probably
the
whatever
engine of
that one
a
is.
Super Star Destroyer. Yeah.
Next shot we get is so A New Hope.
Yeah, with the moisture evaporators and
So
everything.
you've got the desert, you've got the moisture evaporators, the people standing around, and then Rey on her speeder in the background.
Yeah.
You know, with the sun. So like the shots, like it reminds me so much of a shot of Luke in his speeder going across the desert in the evening with the sun.
Yeah.
With the
Chasing
sun's
after
going
R2.
down. Chasing after
and
R2.
A New Hope. Yeah.
It reminds me so much of that shot.
Yeah.
So again, similarities between Rey and Luke. Then we got that shot we mentioned of Rey and BB-8.
Oh, yeah, there's the net.
The net on the ground.
Yep.
She was asking, where do you come from?
By the way, people can follow along in their car
Yeah.
while we're doing this.
Just pay attention to your phone. Your car will drive itself. You turn on cruise control. It's just like autopilot.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah. When you feel the bumps on the road, that means you're doing great.
Especially when the bumps scream. That's just letting you know that you're on the right
Yep. That's
line.
that's how you know.
Yep.
Next shot, Rey and BB-8 walking away. That's when she's talking about her, she's waiting for her family.
Yeah.
Whatever family
There's
that
the
is.
adorable little tweets and whistles.
Adorable BB-8. We've got a shot of Rey, Finn, and BB-8 kind of like in whatever market on Jakku.
Yeah.
Looking very surprised at something. Probably whoever
Something
they're
going
running.
on.
Probably whoever they're running from. Maybe
Yeah.
if more people, more first order troopers landed or something.
Well, they're probably seeing the next one. Which is
yeah,
sweet
that
TIE
is-
fighters.
That is my second favorite shot.
It's so cool. It looks so real.
Yeah, it does. So, there's a giant shot of the sun with the TIE fighters flying towards the camera, which there's an old war movie, I can't remember what it is, it is almost this exact shot. The sun's a little more red, but it's a bunch of like Black Hawk helicopters.
Oh, Black Hawk Down?
Maybe that's the shot. I can't remember where the shot's from. I just remember the shot. I just remember seeing the shot.
Oh.
It
Apocalypse Now?
It looks just like this, except for this is TIE fighters, basically.
Okay.
I'll have to find
There are
it.
a lot of war movies
I'll
with
have to-
shots of
Yeah,
helicopters
there
in
are,
the sky.
but it reminds me of that war movie, like the helicopters flying in type
Okay.
thing. But this is definitely, so far from what we had, this is probably my second favorite shot, close to first favorite shot.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Knights of Ren shot is still probably my favorite shot.
Something I saw just watching it a bunch of times, you can see the exhaust fumes coming off of the
Oh, sorry. About broke something. My bad.
coming off. This is very professional. You can see the exhaust fumes coming off of the ties in the atmosphere. It's just it looks so real, and
Yeah. I mean, the models from the original movies were
I love
amazing.
Star Wars.
Yeah. The models from the original movie were amazing, but they didn't have all those little details.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned last episode with
and we've never seen a tie in an atmosphere
Yeah.
before.
That's true. Like we've seen, like we said with the other episode, like the TIE fighter when it was getting shot, just the tiny pieces blasting off of it, just like instead of that one big explosion, like just one hit and it explodes into
And it's like
nothing.
flight pattern, twisting
Yeah.
and
Yeah. So that shot is
Stuff.
really sweet.
Yep.
Got some more shots of that destruction of that desert village. The
Yeah.
flame troopers going to town on some baskets. He hates those baskets. That is a giant backpack for that flame gun. I just noticed how giant that backpack is.
a lot of fuel in there. Man, he really hates those baskets.
He really hates us.
What did they
It's just
do
a
to
pile of
him?
baskets.
Man,
It's probably babies.
just chill out, guy. Jeez.
And then, so I'm not mentioning shots that have been reused from original trailers. So there was the same shot of Phasma walking across the desert area
Yeah.
with the flames in the background. I'm just talking about new shots here. This next one we're talking about is Kylo igniting his saber again. A much closer shot than we had of him igniting it originally in the snow.
Yeah,
That is the coolest ignition of a lightsaber
Yeah.
ever.
that's
The
pretty
thing-
sweet.
There's so much weight to it too. The sound design.
Yeah,
Just when that thing shoots out, and then you get the secondary blast of the two cross guards.
yeah. And if you look at the background, it looks like the same background that we see. Well, not the same background, but a similar setting that we see exploding
later.
Yeah. Well, in the original trailer too.
Yeah, but yeah, you see it in one of these too. But
with the little,
it looks like he's on his
the little cleaner droid. You know that shot.
Yeah, possibly the finalizer.
Maybe.
Probably.
That'd be crazy if they something in there blew
something up. I don't know. Maybe not. But I don't know why he would be igniting this on one of his own ships.
He's gonna kill somebody. or he's fighting whoever's blowing up the stuff.
That's true too. Or unless maybe Poe is there after this is maybe when they captured Poe.
Blowing stuff up?
No. When they captured Poe, maybe he's intimidating him or part of the interrogation process. I don't know. Really intimidating interrogation process. Yeah, just every time that lightsaber turns on, it's magic in my heart. We got again. I had to take another shot of it, but just the shot with the Knights of Ren.
All like bodies laying around all over the place.
Yeah, that shot of the Knights of Ren in the rain with just bodies everywhere.
Yeah,
wherever that is, they are
something went down.
Awesome looking.
Yeah,
I can't get over how amazing they look, and I can't wait to see. Hopefully, we get to see this entire fight go down with all of them being amazing. But
pretty sweet.
Why does Kylo have I was thinking about this the other day. Why is Kylo the only one with the lightsaber that we know of? Of course, they could all have a lightsaber for all we know.
I don't know. Maybe he's either the leader of the Knights of Ren. I mean, he built it himself, and the weapons that they have here are all very different. So they're very customized.
Yeah,
so maybe that's just his customized weapon.
Maybe.
I don't know. I was
just thinking about that. Why him?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because we've gotten before that he's never been called Sith. Snoke's never been called Sith. Snoke is a powerful figure on the dark side of the Force.
Yeah.
So wherever he got his training from, wherever he got his lightsaber from.
I mean,
why is he the only one that has one?
Sith hasn't been used. It's totally possible that Snoke isn't related to the Sith at all. I mean,
it could be. I mean, you don't have to be Sith to be bad.
Yeah,
it happens all the time.
But you do have to be bad to be a Sith, right?
Yeah, probably.
It goes the other way.
That seems, yeah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Why he has a lightsaber and no one else does? Because that seems a little OP for a bunch of badasses. When he's like, oh, why did he get the cool one?
Yeah, that one guy has a bat. He's got a stick.
Oh yeah, the one's got a cricket bat. That guy's got a pole.
And then the guy on the left doesn't have anything. It looks like he's just bare-handed.
Every time I see him, he kind of reminds me of Boba Fett. The way he's like standing there.
Yeah, that's true. His helmet is kind of elongated too.
Yeah.
The guy with the bat in the back looks like a Red Guard, one of the Emperor's Red Guards.
Oh, kind of. Yeah, the helmet does.
The special guard.
Yeah, I can't wait to see all of them. They look really cool.
Pretty sweet.
We get some different shots of Leia in what looks to be some command center for the Resistance. And Michael and I were talking about this. If you remember back in like A New Hope, there was I think it was A New Hope, right?
Yeah.
There was a general or somebody in the command room.
It was the guy who gave wasn't it the guy who gave the briefing?
I think so. He had the super white hair with the white beard.
Yeah. It was either him or he was standing around that big circle, command center table when they were attacking the Death Star.
The blurry guy in the back left of the shot looks just like that man.
Yeah.
In the blur of the shot, which, I mean, that man cannot be alive unless he's some kind of Time Lord or otherworldly being, because he was already old. And
wouldn't it be great if it was the same guy, the same actor, and he was the same age?
That would be really weird.
Really weird. And I was saying too, the guy a little closer,
the guy in the middle.
Yeah, he looks like the guy from Lost, the jerk who was the
Milo.
Milo, yes,
Milo
that was his name.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but yeah, he was one of the 3 scientists that landed.
Yeah,
like
spoiler
in the middle.
alert. He last time we see him, he has a grenade in his mouth. I think one of the last times we see him,
does it just leave him there? Does he just stay there?
He just walks with he just leaves him there.
And you never see.
I don't remember.
Did Locke put a grenade in his mouth?
Yeah, I think so. Well, Smoke Monster Locke. Yeah.
Oh right. Yeah.
That's another podcast.
We can talk about Lost on this podcast. We should. Yeah, that should just be the rest of the. Forget these pictures. Let's just talk about Lost.
How much everyone loved the ending. We finally see 3PO in the next shot with Poe and Leia in the background.
We see C-3PO.
see C-3PO.
Yeah.
He's got his red arm for whatever the hell reason that
Leia
we still
looking
don't know.
Old and skinny.
As always. Actually, I saw a thing with Daniel, the guy that plays C-3PO.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniels.
Daniel Radcliffe.
No, the guy that plays C-3PO. Last name Daniels. Daniels. Last name Daniels.
Anthony Daniels.
Anthony Daniels. Thank you. Goodness. He actually, like, one of his requirements for him doing the movie was he told them, I won't do it unless you redo the suit. You have to remake the suit to make it more comfortable and make it come on and off easier. Otherwise, I'm not doing it.
Is that why he's got a red arm?
Yep. I don't know.
Is red more comfortable?
Yes, red is it's a smoothing color. I don't know. Whatever the red arm. We're supposed to find out soon in that comic whenever it comes out.
I didn't notice this too. Maybe because we haven't seen 3PO up close, but it looks like he's got some rust on his...
He's old. He's very old.
He is. I wonder why.
I mean, it's been 30 years.
I guess gold is expensive.
It must be. There's the space gold. Man.
Space gold.
So this shot was intriguing to me. So it's night. BB-8 sees this explosion. We see the reflection in his big old cute eye.
Yeah. I think it's
he
fire.
Looks sad. No, there was an explosion. The shot previous to this, there was an explosion, and then it cuts to BB-8 with the explosion in his eyeball.
Oh.
Looking at it, and there's like a sad whine.
Oh, okay.
You think, I mean, there's... Just like that. I wanted to think that explosion is the TIE fighter that crashes.
Oh.
So there's a couple ways to think about it. Either BB-8 was waiting for Poe to come back.
Well, if it exploded, no one would live.
If he doesn't know if they got out or not, he just sees the explosion and thinks it's him and is sad about it, maybe? I don't know why BB-8 would be in the desert by himself at night. Looking onto an explosion and then being sad about that explosion.
There's no one with him in this shot, but it could be, maybe they're watching the village destruction from afar.
My first thought was that's the TIE blowing up.
I don't know. I don't know,
maybe.
Could be.
We've got a shot of the X-Wings flying down into Starkiller Base, most likely.
Looks like it, yeah.
Very much like the trench run on the Death Star.
That's awesome.
Got Rey being badass running towards her staff, when she picks it up, and of course she's going to fight amazingly with that.
Beat down some nerds.
Get to see Finn again with that blue lightsaber.
Yeah.
First time we get to see Chewie since the original teaser.
No, he was in...
was he? Oh, well, we see him
regular
now. We see him for a little bit.
Oh, no, no.
He has his hands up with Han and Finn.
Yeah, I was thinking of the shot where he blows something up, which is...
This shot, which...
His little...
he has what looks to be a detonator, which then it goes straight to an explosion on what looks to be that Star Destroyer bridge.
Yeah.
Could be related, could be not. Editing is a magical thing. But... Yeah, so we've got more of Chewie, which Chewie costume looks just as good as always. He doesn't really look that much older. I was thinking about that. Like, he hasn't silvered or anything.
Yeah.
There's not really much age to him.
Well, Wookiees aged, they're hundreds of years,
ever,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My probably third favorite shot of anything we've gotten so far is this shot in the woods with Kylo and Rey, with Kylo holding that blade to Rey's neck.
Yeah.
What even the hell is happening here?
Yeah.
Vision, maybe? Or actually, I mean, I think at some point she gets captured by Kylo.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, she's captured here, but I think he's going to capture her.
There's something going on here, yeah.
Maybe question her, and there's going to be some kind of battle of force wits, maybe?
Maybe. Do you think this is the same... No. Yeah, never mind.
This is that desert planet. I mean, this is probably the same planet when she looked up and saw the invasion of the First Order coming over.
Yeah, which is probably the Rebel base.
Probably.
Or Resistance base.
Another great shot.
Excuse me.
Yeah, the Resistance base. Another great shot of the trench for Starkiller Base.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
And this is next shot of, again, Rey crying in the snow over the body on the ground. This shot was longer in the international trailer. It panned for a little bit longer from her face being down to being up.
Yeah.
And you can see this person on the ground much better. That jacket, if you look...
it's got some red on it.
There's some red on what looks to be the pocket area, just like the jacket that Finn wears all the freaking time.
Yeah.
If you look on the right, Michaels doesn't agree with me, but that is Finn's hair and Finn's brown chocolatey skin. That is Finn. That is Finn, like I said, being struck down, quote, quote, struck down.
It looks like this guy's wearing a Russian hat.
No. That is Finn getting defeated by Kylo, not killed, but defeated. And this is the point where Rey is sad, but has to take up the lightsaber and fight back. As far as I'm concerned, this is total confirmation of my theory on that.
I guess.
Which I would be willing to make another bet.
No, I'm done betting.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that jacket, that's Finn's jacket.
She's really upset.
She's real sad about
Man,
it.
her teeth are really white. Why are her teeth so white?
All that desert grit.
She's just a scavenger.
That desert grit just
Is that what sand does for you?
blows off the plaque on your teeth.
It whitens your teeth?
Yeah.
Is that why everyone in movies that's stuck in a desert
That's
has
why if
really
you're in a
white
snowstorm,
teeth?
you should smile. Or snowstorm.
Snowstorm.
Sandstorm. I screwed up my joke. And that was really the last important shot for the international trailer, which to me, that's definitely... That's
real quick, we can go through the TV spot.
And there's, the TV spot was pretty short. We've got the photos here as well. It was 30 seconds
Definitely the
long.
Rebel base for the first one.
So,
I think so, because if you look off there, it looks kind of like the same lighting and stuff. The place the Falcon is heading towards.
The Falcon's heading over this big, this watery area towards what looks to be some kind of castle-y thing. Now, Mascanada's place is called a castle.
True.
It's called a pirate castle.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe that is Mascanada's place.
Could be her place, but it also looks to be like situated between like two big mountainous regions, so it could be the resistance area, like hidden in between two mountains too, or two like big mountainous areas.
Yeah, it could be.
But this also looks like the water that those X-wings are possibly flying over too.
Yeah, that shot that with all the stormtroopers are lining up in those ruins with the X-wings coming towards them. Yeah. It could be that too.
Yeah, that could be in ruins later, which what we were talking about last time of what looked to be that front door they were walking towards with all the flags over it.
Yeah.
But we also have that shot of Phasma standing in front of that door, which is ruins. At some point, that place is probably going to be ruins.
Yeah.
And that could be this place.
It's possible.
Got some more shots of Rey and BB-8, again, looking surprised off into the desert for whatever reason.
Yep.
We've got Han and Finn in the snow, which Finn's wearing that jacket with the red on it in the snow.
Yeah.
So later on, he'll be on the ground in the snow with Rey crying over him.
Han looks like he hates Finn's guts right here.
Come on, kid.
I don't know what's going on.
It gave me so many feels with Han in the snow with like this snow jacket on, back to like just reminding me of Hoth, and he's so much older now. I don't know. It's just that nostalgic.
His jacket here looks way comfier than it did in Empire.
It doesn't have that big fuzzy hood though, with the big fuzzy edge around it.
Yeah, that's true. But this is a very old man jacket right there.
We get to see Rey smack a dude in the face with her staff.
Yeah. Those people in the background look very, very nonchalant about what's going on.
This again. Someone's got to control this lady. That dude has like a breathing apparatus on, like it's a Dune.
Oh, the guy on the left there? Yeah.
You've got a guy with like the big hooded robe on, and you've got a guy with like a breathing apparatus, like it's
looks like he has giant
Mad Max
eyebrows
or something.
You see his giant eyebrows? Looks like bug eye.
Yeah, kind of.
Then there's that one dude all the way in the left, completely in
full like robed.
Look at that
outfit.
Creepy smile. He's got like creepy.
Oh
yeah.
You've got X-wings flying in the snowy area on what looks again another just big throwback to Death Star trench run, like that other shot.
Yeah, big technological thing. Pretty sweet.
Probably that trench area that opens up for Starkiller Base.
Yeah.
You've got Rey shooting a gun, blaster, in the wooded area. You've got Kylo deflecting that blaster shot, which
looking pissed.
Which this shot, all of those sparks, all of the everything around him happening, looks like a real actual effect, not visual effects after the fact.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Like they added that stuff to it, and then put in post the stuff with the lightsaber, actually deflecting it, and then they kind of got it where they wanted it to go to head towards where they set up the explosion.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
But yeah, I'm assuming this is probably pretty close to either before or after when he holds that lightsaber to her throat. Probably before, because I don't think once he gets that saber to your throat, you're really gonna get a way to get a shot off at him. That was a really cool shot, getting him to.
Maybe it's all one fight. Yeah,
that's the first actual action we've had with the lightsaber, of seeing it actually do something other than him swinging it down to whoever he was killing in the night that one time.
Kylo's lightsaber, you mean?
Any lightsaber. Everyone's just been holding them.
Oh yeah,
turning them on,
turning them on.
Yeah, that's really all they've done so far. It's the first actual lightsaber action we had, and it looked great. And then the very end of that trailer, you've got Rey
in the Falcon
cockpit,
pretty sure,
punching it.
Yeah.
And then blasting out of some trees in the snow, which is also an amazing shot.
Pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet shot. But why does she have the Falcon, what looks to be by herself? Because shouldn't Chewie be punching it? It's Chewie's job to punch it. I'm pretty sure. Han always tells Chewie to punch it.
That's true. Chewie is the puncher.
Yeah, he's the
Puncher.
the punchy.
He punches it.
He's the puncher.
Punched it.
So yeah, I mean, Rey has the Falcon by herself, which
Puncher.
would be. Thank you for that. Why would she have the Falcon by herself?
I don't know. Maybe
Why would Han let her have the Falcon by herself?
maybe this is the point where Han and Chewie are captured. I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know.
Han's dead at this point.
I mean, you can't tell where the heck she is.
Maybe Han's already dead.
No.
It's gonna happen, man. I'm telling you, it's gotta happen. As far as I'm concerned, it's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
I digress.
I don't know.
And then like I said, the Falcon blasting out of the trees.
Pretty sweet.
So lots of new shots, some new, pretty
New stuff.
important sounding dialogue.
Yeah.
Again, which could just walks the line of confirming things one way or another, but not swaying either direction of any confirmation for anything. Just more stuff for us to theorize on. But I mean, from that long shot of Finn being in the snow, or Rey being in the snow crying, I'm almost 100% that's Finn on the ground. That's Finn's jacket.
Finn wearing a hat.
I mean, he could wear a hat if he wants.
Maybe he wears a hat for that shot. What do you know?
Maybe
we haven't seen the movie.
I mean, we see him ignite the lightsaber in the snow. Right after that, he puts a hat on, and then he fights Kylo. And then when he gets attacked and beaten,
Yeah.
he falls down, but he still has the hat on.
Right.
So it's his fighting hat.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
He's used to fighting with a helmet on, being a stormtrooper, so he's got to have a fighting hat.
What is it? Just a dead animal that he's just hollowed out?
No thanks. So yeah, I mean, we've got lots
Finn,
of.
why are you wearing a rabbit on your head?
Shh, it's my fighting hat.
It's my fighting hat.
Something it's a country accent.
It's my fighting hat. What do you got against it? That was a really bad country accent. I'm sorry.
Pretty bad. You're from
sorry,
Florida.
everybody.
You should do better.
Don't.
They're gonna find us.
Jeez.
Don't look in
sake.
Florida for us. We're not there.
Taking pictures of me last episode and now telling people where
let
I
me do
live.
that.
I don't want people to know I live in Florida.
First I show them you, then I give them your state. We'll just start narrowing it down until I can't get a hold of you one day. And then I'll know we did
He's
it.
dead. They finally got to him, Paul. Well, rate and review us on iTunes. I know that's probably useless to say.
As always, please rate and review
Give us a bad review if that helps it.
Give us any review. I don't care what it is.
If
Just
that
give us
helps
a
you
review.
feel better about reviewing us, give us a bad
If
review.
the
We'll
place
take it.
you're listening to this allows reviews and ratings,
We'll
do
delete
that.
it, but
Yeah. We'll contest the review, but you can leave it anyways.
what's the point of reviews if you could delete them? You can't delete them.
Yelp got in a lot of trouble for that, didn't they?
You can delete reviews on Yelp?
I think people were paying for that ability. Yes.
Oh, paying like
Companies were.
paying like Yelp people?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was a problem.
That's not good, you guys.
No. So please rate and review us. We're the Google Play podcast portal is not up yet. Still waiting for the confirmation of when that will be.
It's
but
only
we'll
been
let you know.
a week.
It's been a couple weeks now.
Oh.
But all our episodes so far are up there, and as soon as it goes live, we're on there. You can hit us up on Twitter.
For all you dumb Android nerds out there.
Thanks. That's me.
Oh.
Hit us up on Twitter at Hokey_religion. You can send us an email if you want. If you have any fan theories or any comments or angry rants,
Yep.
We'll
at least read them.
Yeah, HokeyReligionPod@gmail.com.
Privately.
We'll read them
No
to
guarantees.
ourselves. Well, you may or may not make it onto the show. That's for us to decide, and you never to find out.
Until we read it on the show.
Until we
because
read it
we're
on the show and then
desperate.
you find out.
Because we got one email in the last month.
The fan called us again.
The one email. Quick, record an episode.
The new phone book's here.
He hates these cans.
like the flame trooper hating those baskets.
Man, what the? I don't know
Call
what his
back to
problem
the
is.
jerk. So yeah.
What if this whole movie was a jerk parody?
just
Man,
Yep, that's it.
that'd be disappointing.
That would be really disappointing.
We started a podcast just to talk about
I would start a podcast to talk about the jerk.
the jerk too.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be our next show.
If that ever happens, which there's maybe a slim chance.
Slim Jims.
So yeah, that's 2 new videos we have regarding the movie, which again we keep saying we're not going to get anything else, but
Now we're really done.
for all we know, next episode we'll actually have the movie.
No, this
leaked
is our last
online.
episode.
No, this is it. We're done. Yeah, I mean, who knows what else is going to come out in the next
Yeah,
in the next couple weeks.
Some posters, some leaked stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, we did get those character posters, which are pretty sweet, of Finn, Rey, Han, Leia, and Kylo.
Yeah.
Which were pretty awesome. There's some new banners that have come out. I've only seen the one of Finn so far. Stuff starting to show up in movie theaters, big Star Wars stand-up things, and new posters and stuff like that. There was actually a Korean poster which features Kylo front and center.
Oh yeah,
which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
That'll be in the. That's in the.
I think we tweeted it.
Yeah, that's in the gallery as well with the photos from this episode.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll have something new next time. If not, we'll figure out something to talk about. I mean, the comic's still coming out. At some point, we're going to get the C-3PO comic that explains his arm. So that's very important to me to find out why that's happening, because it just doesn't make sense to be. So it's very important to me at this point to find out why.
It doesn't make any sense.
It has to be. There has to be some big reason for this. Otherwise, I'm going to be very upset.
Maybe he's just like, it's his rank. I don't know.
It's his rank insignia.
He's the red.
You're a captain now. Here's your arm.
It's the red arm.
Yeah, just rip off his arm and shove another one on him. Get to work. Yeah, so I think that's it for this episode. This is Tyler.
This is Michael.
See ya.
Bye.
Hokey Religion is an ancient weapon. Hokey Religion is an ancient weapon, so no match for a good blaster at your side.
Hey there. Hey there, little podcast buddy. Suddenly it's turned into like an ASMR session. Hey there, little podcast buddy. Hey there, little podcast buddy. Welcome to Quiet Time with Tyler. I'm going to talk to you about some Star Wars today. Now that trailer there was real nice. Real nice.
Just want to make sure that I tell you how good it was.
While I'm talking to you, I'm going to scratch your head. You like that? That's real nice too. I'm going to nibble your ear.
Boy, you at it again! Mom, get out! Boy, get out of that mic! Where'd you find that microphone?